Hard at work, are we? Those t-shirts aren't free, are they? No. You gotta work for them, huh? Sunday afternoon.
This is look, that doesn't even look like a lot.
No, I mean...
That's like all of this, all of that, all of this, and all of that.
Are you trying to get another t-shirt with all your hard work today? No. No, you're just content with that one?
Being nice.
Oh, well, thank you for your... Here. Thank you for your hard work, Snail. Wow. Wow. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. If you guys are quick on the trigger, up to date on the John Doc YouTube channel, you guys will be watching this around noontime on Monday. So hope you guys had a killer weekend. Hope you guys are excited for a badass week, and hope you guys are out there killing it. Have fun, enjoy it, work hard, bust your ass, and keep on grinding. As you guys know, down here in North Carolina, all it does lately is rain. Yes, I know it rains. It sucks. We haven't been able to go racing. It's driving me nuts. I'm like, I need to race. I need to do some burnouts. I need to do something. But unfortunately, we can't do that when it's raining, and all we can do is work on stuff. And it's really not that bad because all of our stuff's kind of apart right now. Just to give you guys a little update, Brown Sugar has some wiring gremlins. The Cow is waiting on a new converter. The Silverback Z06 is down for the count, waiting on a Brazil Performance Fabrication turbo kit. And the Salty Chicken is still salty and angry, just sitting there untouched, just all tore apart, almost as much as you can tear it apart. And then we got the old Black Sheep G-Body / Lil Kev in here, just chilling, all tore apart. Ben, we're just tearing everything apart, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting it all right, getting it all ironed out.
Company-wide part out. Is that what's going on?
That's right.
Everything's parting out. Turbo Bullet's gonna be flooded.
So many parts for sale.
So many parts. The missing pieces that we needed, some adjustable push rods, have arrived due to Holbrook. They are our Hemi parts people. I'll link their stuff down in the description below because those guys are, I guess, the go-to for Hemi stuff. We have many options to figure out what we need. So we're still waiting on a bunch of parts from them. This is just kind of like the first step. We got a bunch of gaskets, bearings and stuff like that. We got a number of items on order that we should be expecting next week. But the one thing that we did need to get was a push rod length measurement. Not for this guy. This guy can, we're going to take that off and throw it as far as we can.
Yeah.
All these can stay though. So we need to get the proper push rod length for our T&D rockers and then our Alan Johnson rockers. Nothing wrong with Alan Johnson rockers, but it'd be nice if we had a matching set. That's our only thing. Essentially what he's doing is he's wearing a striped shirt with plaid pants.
See, like the pin in this
is down real low,
centered.
Or it's centered, and that's down real low.
It's down real low, so that's why the adjuster is further. It's about where it needs to be on that one. But the problem is
the push rods are pretty good for this, way off for this, and then we only have 2 of these and a bunch of these.
The pin needs to be the height these are because the rocker or the push rod wants to hit the cylinder head.
Yeah. So even if we did have all of these, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Wouldn't work. It'd be hitting.
Yeah, they're not the right
So,
ones.
or you cannot wear a striped shirt with plaid pants, can you?
No, that's fashion sin.
Fashion sin. We have the Hemi version of a fashion sin going on.
Boy.
Oh boy. So these are nice. We're literally chipping away. The list is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, which is nice. But still a long way ahead of us. Ben's been grinding on this. Logan comes by and helps out. We definitely appreciate all the help. We're chipping away. Got to throw some belts in it still. But really, what I want to talk about in today's video, Ben, there's an uproar on the internet. These internet people, I'm not going to call them trolls. They're viewers. Some of them are super credible. Some of them have no idea what's going on. I love all of them. Whether you know what a Hemi is or you can't spell Hemi, I love you for viewing my videos and supporting. But there is major concern from the viewers that it is a stock 400 case in this car. They said, man, you're an idiot. I wouldn't put that behind a 400 horsepower Dodge Omni with 3 turbos. And I said, well, it's a Mickey 2-speed 400, and it's got an HD case on it. It probably could use an SFI bell housing, not gonna lie.
We got a blanket for it.
We got a blanket for it, and but it's literally built for, I mean, it's built for this. Yeah. It's not like we found this at your local pick and pull.
It's not as opposed to your average hot rod Turbo 400. This Turbo 400 has 0 factory parts in it, basically, where most hot rod 400s have most factory parts in them with the exception of an upgraded sprag and a direct drum.
Yes, this is not, despite it saying Turbo 400, it is not a Turbo 400.
Yeah, there's like all custom pieces inside that thing.
Yeah. So.
And we're gonna blanket it.
Yeah, the blanket.
Off it right now because we were doing this shit.
Yeah. Just for reference, like a Mickey 2-speed 400 like this is in the. Well, I'll put a big gap. We'll say $8,000 to $14,000.
Yeah, your high end's gonna be around 14 to 16 quoted.
Like one with an aftermarket case, like a Reed case, which is like $2,500. That's like a $16,000. This one's probably like in the range of like 10 to 12.
I'd say $10.99.
Yeah, not $10.99, $10,000.
$10,999.
Yeah, 11 grand.
11 grand.
Easy. And then you throw a nice Mickey shifter in there, and you're eating ramen noodles for about how long? How long have we been on a strict diet? Ben and I eat ramen noodles every single day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It's gonna be
6 months? A little bit past?
Probably close to a year.
Close to a year of ramen noodles. Yeah, Alora is sick of them, I'll tell you what. She's tired of ramen noodles.
Like,
well, let me just show you guys here. Let me get a light on. Now, what is different than like your standard th400? Now, it looks the same, it appears the same. When you look at the shifter, God, I can never get to focus on the shifter. I don't know why. It's only a 2-speed. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Why is it a 2-speed? Now, I'm no expert in this stuff, but there's this thing called mechanical advantage. And Ben, if you have too much mechanical advantage and you couple that with a lot of horsepower,
it's too much.
You either turn over backwards and knock the earth out of rotation.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah. The more power you make, the less help you need.
Exactly. And that's pretty much, that's a great way to say it. Mechanical advantage is help.
It's like a pry bar in length. The longer the pry bar is,
the less effort.
The less effort it takes to do the same work. So the stronger you are, the shorter of a pry bar you need.
So we got this car right here, we got Popeye's arm.
Yes.
And if we were to have like a standard, let's say we had a standard gear set Turbo 400 with a 248 first gear, that would be like a pry bar like 10 feet long with Popeye's arm. I mean, whatever you're wrenching on, it's just going to explode. So this thing has the horsepower, and that's why like the Salted Chicken is like a great in-between car. So let's just talk about power glides, because essentially a 2-speed 400 is a power glide. It's 2 gears. The reason why they put this gear set in a 400 because it's physically too big to fit in a power glide case. It's the only reason why like a turbo glide. Boosted Rooster, 800 horsepower, factory style gear set. It was a 180 straight cut first gear. Factory is like 176, but 180 straight cut first gear. And as you guys saw, you could go out there and you could put it on the bumper. You could wheelie it because it has that mechanical advantage. You let go of the button and the gear ratio multiplies the horsepower and the torque, and pow, you make it work. The Salty Chicken, let's say we'll double that horsepower to the wheels and be conservative. Let's say it's making 1,600 horsepower to the wheels. If you were to leave with that transmission even turned all the way down and tied all the way down, you'd still fight a wheelie. It would go out there and wheelie. So 158 gear set. That longer first gear makes it harder to wheelie. It makes it harder to, lift that front end up. You're still going to go fast, but you have less mechanical advantage because it's not needed. You got that horsepower there. Now something like this where it's making 3,000 horsepower, if you were to have that steep first gear, let's say it had a 180 gear in it, you would either knock the tires clean off, or no matter what you did, it would try to flip over backwards. The two things it was going to do. This car on this setup is either going to do one of 3 things. It's either knock the tires off, it's going to wheelie, or it's going to go down and through. 3 things are going to happen. So we try to eliminate the wheelie where you put a longer gear set in there. So this has a 148 gear set. It doesn't matter. It'll still wheelie. This thing has that much power. You got to be on your shit to keep this thing.
You got to manage the power through the computer, and you have to try and get as much vehicle speed early on in the pass as possible.
To keep that front end down.
Yeah.
And you have things in the rear end like this, like anti-squat and the way you set up the bars to help eliminate that. But this whole concept revolves around mechanical advantage and having the right gear set and having the right setup. You'll see a lot of guys like Juan, the Bullet, just got a new valve body for his 400 with a second gear leave option. That takes his first gear ratio from a 248 to a 148. Much more manageable. But what you have to do is you have to throw more power at it down low, which I like. I like to hit it hard down low. But
also may require some sort of torque converter
change. Yeah. You have to have, everything works together. Transmissions are like magic. They all have to work together, but there's no like recipe that is just guaranteed to work. Every single one is different. Like you order a new torque converter, you guys saw it with the white car. Order a new torque converter, the only thing, test it, see what it does. If it's not right, send it back. We'll get it right. That's how they are.
Ideally, you want it to be loose on the looser side, but you want it to leave. When you leave, you want it to be loose, and as you go down the track, you want it to tighten up.
Less converter slip. less, or more, you're putting more power to the ground. I mean, God, the cow is at like 28% converter slip. The guys are out there running at like 3%.
Yeah, and the beauty of having the Holley is because you can have a drive shaft speed sensor, vehicle speed sensor. Obviously, it has RPM.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do is it can measure slip because it knows drive shaft speed, it knows engine RPM, and it knows vehicle speed.
I love Holley.
So it has a parameter in there that's already predefined, everything where it can look at and tell you and compare your converter slip as you go down the track and make a pass. And that'll let you know pretty much where you're at.
If you don't go over to Holley's website right now and buy a Dominator, an HP, or a Terminator, I mean, Ben just sold it to you right there. The computer will tell you everything. And that's nice because we have to like guesstimate and try to calculate and have the best idea on our car, but knowing that you get everything dialed in, and I feel good about this. Joe from Pro Torque makes some badass converters. This has a Pro Torque converter in there, and I hear he's super easy to work with. I haven't been in contact with him yet, but whether it's right off the hit or it needs some adjustment, I have no doubt in my mind that we'll get it right and be flying with this stuff.
Also bolt together as well.
Bolt together, the next level of torque converters.
So we can make changes on the fly.
Yeah, we don't have to take it out and send it back and wait a week. God.
They'll just send you another stator and say, if you got a track that's like this, then
put this in there. Yeah.
Put the stator
some options. God, just imagine everyone saying it's not going to work because it's got a stock case. This is what happens when you have a stock case 400. We got this out of a 72 Astro van and put it right in here, and you know, we're just going to see if it'll hold up. The stock case is a total Achilles heel. Watch, I say this and there's going to be like a case failure. Like, honestly, there's not too many gear sets that come apart. God, I need to knock them. Just in case. I mean, anything could happen, but we're going to take the proper safety measures, put a blanket on there. Eventually, it'll probably get another SFI bell housing put on there, but it's not a liability right now.
There's a lot of stuff inside that case as well that are, they make these things called case savers, like a power glide, which is for where the lugs of the center section hold onto the case, keep it from splitting out. Sort of the same idea in these, but there's a lot of things, modifications Mark Mickey does to these cases that help them stay alive.
It is $10,000 for a reason.
Yeah.
It is not like pick and pull, yeah, give me 10 grand for that.
And
no.
It's not all parts. It's a lot of a lot of engineering, R&D, and know-how that goes into making this thing live.
How long have we wanted one of these? We've been talking about these for like, honestly, a good year. Yeah. Like, man, like Jason has one in his car, and Jason picked one up at the track. We're like, man, we're just gonna steal that. We need a 2-speed Mickey. You know, it's badass is what, I mean, it really is. It's just badass. So, title of this video is talking about the th400 that's in this car. It's a turbo glide, it's a turbo 400, it's a 2-speed 400, it's a Mickey 2-speed, it's a 148 gear set. It's badass. For those of you guys that are voicing your concern, I appreciate it. It's definitely something that's on our mind. I do want to let you guys know, I do read all the comments. I go through them, and a lot of people, some people will comment some mean stuff, and hey, I'll say, you know what, hey, I'm sorry my video isn't all that it piped up to be. I appreciate you guys viewing. Maybe my channel's not for you. For some of you guys, you understand that when it's raining out, we can't go racing. And I hate doing a video where I just talk the whole time, but I throw Ben in here, drop some knowledge right on your cheddar dome, and there's nothing you can do but learn. And we're out here learning, and we're just taking our experiences, and as we do it, and we're showing them to you so you guys can learn with us. And
these things will teach you a lot.
Yeah. How much have we learned already?
Doing cars will teach you not only so much about cars, cars will teach you about life. Cars will teach you patience.
I struggle with that. That's why I'll walk away and Ben will go over there and finish it, because I got no patience whatsoever.
Cars will teach you patience, and that's what
we're doing with this.
Yeah.
We're being patient with it, and it is paying it back, because we would have tore a Hemi, a relatively fresh Brad Anderson Hemi up if we took it to the track and just ran it. So, hope you guys enjoy your Monday. Ben, anything you want to give them, any motivation for Monday? You're just gonna tell them to have a good week?
Yeah, I can wake up and go to work.
That's your motivation, Ben. Wake up and go to work, as Ben says. But thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna see if we can get this car fired up and ready to run this week at the track. I know it's gonna be a stretch, but we're definitely gonna have it tested before Street Car Takeover Charlotte. We plan to be there with this and possibly the cow, possibly brown sugar. We got a lot of work to do, but we are grinding over here. Thank you guys that are voicing your concerns about the th400, but we do have it up on the radar screen. We have gone through it. We know what's going on, and everything should be good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys all that comment. Let me know any concerns you got on the car, any questions, ask. We're going to keep on grinding here on the Hemi and get it right. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.